What's up everybody, today I wanted to talk a bit about a potential enhancement shaman build going into Dragonflight, heavily featuring Stormstrike spam. Now I've been playing around a lot with enhancement on beta just from the sheer fun of it, and tried most builds I could possibly think of, and the Stormstrike Maelstrom builds are the ones that really stand out for me. Please don't nerf. So for single target, this pretty much features any and all talents that enhances Stormstrike and Maelstrom, which turns you into a Maelstrom generating monster due to all the Stormstrike synergy in the talent tree. So first of all, for Maelstrom, we'd be speccing into Overflowing, Raging and Improved Maelstrom, allowing us to stack and spend up to 10 stacks of Maelstrom and increases Maelstrom spells damage. Now for Stormstrike, we'll be using Storm Blast and Storm's Wrath to add a nature damage component to your Stormbringer procs and increase your chance for mastery enhanced elements to trigger Wind Fury and Stormbringer procs for more procs. And then we have Storm Flurry and Elemental Assault. So you have 50% chance to gain Maelstrom from Stormstrike, and Stormstrike has a 25% chance to strike the target again for more Stormstrikes. Now to take this build a bit further, you'd take all the Feral Spirit talents, Ascendance talents, and Elemental Blast. So Feral Spirit talents, you have increased chance to gain Maelstrom weapon at all times, and when you do, Feral Spirit cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds. And you also have Elemental Spirits for the elemental damage buff. Now for the Ascendancy talents, we have Deeply Rooted Elements instead of Ascendance. So each Stormstrike has a chance to proc Ascendance. And with Static Accumulation and Thorim's Invocation, you generate 2 Maelstrom every second during it. And using Windstrike, aka Stormstrike, also spends 5 Maelstrom on either Lightning Bolt or Chain Lightning. So you can just keep slamming Windstrike and slapping Lightning Bolts left and right. And then you add an Elemental Blast for some insane single target damage and buffs. And you'd also take all Wind Fury talents and Doomwind for even more procs. So how does all of this play? Well, you press Stormstrike, and more often than not, Stormstrike will proc another Stormstrike, and you instantly cap out of 10 stacks of Maelstrom, which you use to fire off a huge Elemental Blast that slaps for a ridiculous amount currently. And spending 10 Maelstrom instantly resets your Stormstrike, so you can slam it again and the loop continues. And anytime you gain Maelstrom, you reduce the cooldown on your Feral Spirits to the points where you can sometimes spawn new wolfies while the old pack are still up. And any downtime in between procs you fill with Crash Lightning, Lava Lash and Flame Shock. But honestly, more often than not, you're just alternating between Stormstrike and either Elemental Blast or Lightning Bolts. And whenever Ascendancy procs, things get a tiny bit crazy where you just fire off Maelstrom empowered Lightning Bolts, and almost every Wind Strike you use will fire off a 5 stacked Lightning Bolt during these procs. Now we can swap this up for some AoE instead by removing Elemental Blast and Elemental Weapon. We gain Fire Nova and Swirling Maelstrom and Molten Assault, so we can spread Flame Shock. And then Fire Nova, which gives us 1 Maelstrom per detonation, up to 6. And we'll also be speccing into Alpha Wolf so that our Wolfies AoEs now. So on any pack you'd spread Flame Shock with Lava Lash and Fire Nova when you need Maelstrom, otherwise Crash Lightning into more Stormstrike spam and a ridiculous amount of Chain Lightnings arcing their way across the packs. And whenever Stormstrike procs Ascendance and you start throwing out Chain Lightnings with every Wind Strike, and on top of this, your Crash Lightning makes your Stormstrike AoE so it's just a very satisfying feeling, I tell you that much. And again, you'll generate so many Wolfies to further decimate packs with their AoEs now. And this build also synergizes really well with our new tier set. The 4-set bonus grants us 1% haste per stack of Maelstrom consumed for 4 seconds, which we will have a ton of uptime on due to all Maelstrom we generate and spend. We can also move around talents a bit here if we want things like Sundering, Wind Fury Totem or Ice Fury, but currently a lot of the time I don't have enough globals to use all Stormstrike procs, and I probably waste a ton of Maelstrom procs sitting on 10 stacks waiting for the global cooldown to get done so I can slam it away. Now all of this being said, this is beta. Take everything with 1 to 50 grains of salt. Things can drastically change at Blizzard's whim whenever they do tuning passes, which is now. And might be they push us all the way back into Lava Lash land, but hopefully not. Because hand to my heart, this is the most fun spec I've played so far on Dragonflight Beta. It is so much fun. I really hope this stays a thing. Stormstrike! Now let me know in the comments what you think about the Stormstriker. Don't forget the usual stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. It really helps me out. I stream progression and testing on Twitch, Stankie Gaming, watching, and you can also check out my Patreon if you want to support me, my work, and my goal of upgrading my computer. You also get access to the Stankie Discord where you can get help with anything PvE related. And it's filled with a ton of awesome people. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.